Hey guys, and welcome to a recap of Platoon Company Night number 1. Luckily my computer just overheated and I'm still able to do videos. We started out being too few to start off a company battle, so we took turns making platoons with the people who had arrived at 7 PM. First up we have Killian, Zero and Jerry 33 and myself on the Abbey map. I drove my Stuk 3 while Killian had chosen his BDR and Jerry rolled in his M4 Sherman. I took right flank and the guys followed me. A short connection delay made them connect a bit slower than me, so I drove ahead of them and started attacking a Panzerkompaken 3-4, also finding a Panzerkompaken 4 with his rear to me. So took him out in one shot with my derp gun, and then chased down the Panzerkompaken 3-4 and took him out as well. We could see heavy tanks moving into our base on the minimap, and I told the guys that we should go home. Jerry and I got there in time before they started an attack on our base, and we started hurting them.
Penetration. They're hit. Enemy is hit. Enemy is hit. Gotcha. They're knocked down. Penetration. Enemy armor is destroyed.
We saved the base while Killian had moved ahead and started capping the enemy base. So that was a win. Next up we have another Stuk 3 game where I play with Django 32 and Legacies. Django in his KV2 went north and so did Legacies in his KV1. Since there was no artillery on the map, I told them to go there since they would be able to push around the hill without having to fear the artillery, which wasn't in the battle. I myself went to the hill and held it quite nicely. I'll let the battle play without me talking.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed. They're hit. They're knocked down. Enemy is hit. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
And that's how I held the hill entrance. Support did come at a very convenient time, but I really felt like I was all alone against all of them, since our TD snipers in our base could only help if the enemy drove uphill, which they didn't. Next up we have a short Jagdpanther party with German Blackout and Silfana. I hadn't played the map from this direction yet, so I didn't really know what to expect from the enemy. But we did fairly well until I decided to push a bit too far ahead, but you'll see. It was a very stupid mistake by me. I should have helped kill the guys in the left first, so our entire team could have assaulted them at the same time. But you'll see.
Range is reduced.
Right here, I should have turned left on top of the tracks and just fired at the T-29. But instead I rolled down and found myself face to face with a T-28 prototype.
Penetrate their
Also
armor.
a T-32, which kills me.
We're dead for. Get out.
After that match, we had enough people to start off a company battle. And here we have Jerry 33, Django 32, Bondage, Sulfana, Dutch Bomb, Legacy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, underscore 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, I like Sue, German Blackout, and we are playing on Fjords. All I told the guys here was don't go north if you're slow, and that's it. People went to the spots on the map which they knew, and I went middle with Jerry. In the middle we found a single KB2 with the CIS-6 gun. At first we thought it was the derp gun, so as I had fired my shot I told Jerry to move with me, so we went for it.
Penetration.
And killed him. We then flanked the remaining enemy force at the south, while our guys at the north had taken care of anything up north.
Enemy armor is destroyed. We finished him off. Let's go.
We then got into a game against a clan and thought we were going to have a hard time with them, since they probably had a plan, since, well, they're a clan. They were bound to be better than random people in a company battle. But it turned out they weren't that good. First up, they used a VK-36-1 as a scout, a very expensive scout.
Like that one.
And as I pushed north, we found most of them doing what most random people do on El Haluf. Camp with their biggest tank and wait for the enemy to show up.
Gas tank's ruptured. We're low on fuel.
I don't really know why I allowed this KB2 to get so many hits on me. All I needed to do was circle him, but I guess I froze in the moment since that CIS-6 gun hurts a lot.
Enemy armor is damaged.
The game seemed totally in our favor, but I made yet another silly mistake and got myself killed. Should have just spotted the guy and let our arty deal with his low HP. We then lost our heavy tanks and tank destroyers and only had our Hellcat left. He was the best player in that game and went to spot the enemy for our arty. The enemy Stuk then bounced a shot from our Hellcat, and later he soaks another shot in the tracks. Talk about being lucky. Then the enemy clan decided they weren't going to play anymore and just sat there and waited for the draw. Next up, an encounter battle on the wonderful secret line. Again, I just told our guys one thing, and that was get to arty cover in the city. Don't sit around the city on the map. It's useless and pointless to be out there when the game will be won in the city. Either by we destroy each other in there, or one of the teams caps the base. Playing in the open field is silly, and I never do it, even when I go for the artillery in my scout. This map was actually pretty exciting, so I'll let the video play out without interruption.
Find another target. Penetration. didn't even scratch them. That's gotta hurt. Got him. We finished him off. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
I went looking for the enemy arty outside the city, while our arty went to cap the base. The enemy arty came to stop the cap and got blown up by our artillery.
2 battles left, and this one was on Redshire. The enemy had a lot less tanks than us, and I presume they're all very well coordinated, or they just couldn't find any more to play with them. Anyways, they played an extremely defensive game on the map, and we had to dig deep into their base before any of them showed up.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I played a lot of peekaboo with their tanks, while the rest of our team slowly made their way into their base. Here I used my third-person view to see when the ARL stopped looking in my direction before going out there to take a shot at him.
We just dinged him. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
We used the momentum of their ARL dying to keep pushing further into their base.
Penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed. We've lost the track. We're immobilized. Enemy armor is destroyed. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And that's how we killed the most defensive enemy we had faced the entire night. Last up, we have a very scary game where we were faced off against a whole team consisting of Hellcats only, with the exception of 3 Grille artilleries. We were all pretty scared since the Hellcat is an excellent sniper, and all it would take for them to win was send in 1 Hellcat to spot and the rest to kill us from a distance. But all of a sudden, they all just appeared, rushing in to kill us all at once. This was the worst use of the Hellcat they could possibly come up with.
They're hit.
This tactic might have been scary if we were all big slow tanks, but since we were a mixture of everything, we just kept our cool and focused fired all of them back to hell.
Enemy is hit. Looks like that one went right through. We finished him off.
I really enjoyed playing with all of you, even though there were a few disconnects that left us without any scout tanks for a few games in a row. I'm looking forward to playing more Platoon and company battles with you guys.